Well, it's What Did You Buy Wednesday? And I got a few things to show, some I really like and some not so much. Welcome to the model room. Okay, first up, you may recall in one of the hot rod videos, I showed this fret of photo etch linkage. I wanted to use it for the dual carb setup on that hot rod and really couldn't because the holes in these pieces are so small that even a very small pin wouldn't work in them. I could use really little wire, but that gets very bendy and kind of kinks, doesn't look right. So I found these things, if you can see this, and these are entomology pins. They're used to stick into dead insects when you want to pin them to a board. They are 000 size. And yeah, they are really, really tiny. And they'll fit. Plus, they're flexible, but they don't really bend. So they're going to hold their shape. They're going to look really like a linkage rod when I put them between the carbs. So yeah, this is a good thing. Comes from a place called Forestry Services, and I'll put links below. Here's the next thing. They call them application bottles, but they're small plastic bottles with a nice little needle end to them. Here's one of them. And, you know, it's good for paint. You're not going to lose that cap because it's attached. They're squeeze bottles. I would use them for acrylic paint. I wouldn't use a solvent in them, but they're going to clean out easy. They also have little funnels in them to pour the paint in. And so I find that when I'm going to fill my cup in the airbrush, these are much better than these. I mean, I mix in these, but, you know, sometimes I have shaky hands and I have a tendency to spill a little bit, maybe a drop or maybe more than a drop. I think these things are much better for filling up the color cup on the airbrush. These are very inexpensive. I got this set of alligator clips. You can see them back here stuck in my mat. By the way, this is a new silicone mat. The other one was getting a little marked up, and I thought the blue would be a little easier on the video. So I got this. It's a soldering mat, and it works very well. So here are the clips. I just bought a set of alligator clips. I had the sticks from a prior set that had very small clips, but I just got these and hot glued them to the sticks. Of course, they're used for holding things for painting and for drying, and I think it was 25 in a set. I'll put links below to this stuff so that you can take a look for yourself. So speaking of silicone products, I got this set of silicone brushes, and these are terrific. They have no hairs on them. It's just a piece of silicone. It's flexible, and you can use it for smoothing out putty or for putting on, for example, masking liquid, because if you use a regular brush for that, you're never going to use it again because you can't clean that stuff off. On this, you can, because once it dries, it just peels right off of the silicone. Really nothing sticks to this stuff. I got 10 for like $6. And with these smaller ones, you can see on the end here, they have little balls on the end. So if you want to smooth some putty or you want to even burnish down some bare metal or something, they could be useful for that. They're different sizes of balls and they're different sizes of silicone tips. Very useful. Now, this is a rechargeable electric sander. It's by Display, and I like Display products. This thing I'm a little ambivalent about. It works fine. It has 3 speeds. And it lasts a while. It's got different adhesive sanding pads. Here is one of the sheets, and they're in different grits. And so that's very handy, and you can cut them to size. You can do whatever you want. The only thing about this is I find that when I use it, it has a tendency to slow down if you push down too much. I don't know. To me, I would rather just use a regular sanding stick and adjust the pressure with my hand. The other thing, though, is that it does have a lot of different shapes for the tips. And this costs a little south of $60, but, you know, it's got some use. Actually, I don't use it very much. This is a better deal to me. This is a set of sanding sticks I got, and all different grits, I think 80 up to like 7,000. They come in a package. There's 4 of each grit, and they're just easier to control. They're nice big sanding sticks. Of course, they have grit on both sides. And you just do whatever pressure you want to do. You do as fast. I can go almost as fast as that electric machine, but I just find these to be better. And it was like less than $15 for these. I'll put a link to these things below. This, I think, is a good value. Here's a little progress on the Franke Frizzo appreciation build. I've started to section the body. I still have to chop the top. I did buy this knife, and it's okay. I like this blade because it's nice and long, but I thought it was a rigid blade. I thought it had a spine on the back that would keep it from flexing, but it does. It flexes because it's photo etch. It's not a bad blade. It's got coarse teeth, which I like. I like to have really rough teeth because with those fine bladed saws, seems like, you just go back and forth forever, never cut through anything. So I'll keep this out on the bench and I'll use it. But for something like this, I really prefer the good old fashioned razor saw because it has this backing on it, and these things are very rigid. You can cut a straight line. So that's what I got for that. In addition, I got some bomber seats, fronts and back. These are 3D printed seats, and they're really neat. What I like about them is it has this leather insert for the seat cushion. I can paint that up with a leather look, and I think it'll be really nice in a rat rod. Another thing, in the course of looking for things, I found this tractor radiator that I didn't realize I had, but I'm going to use it on this, and it'll look neat on a rat rod. It's not a new purchase. It's just something I found. And in addition, I found a carburetor from Chief Joseph over at Fireball Model Works. It's 3D printed. That's really neat. When I'm going to put that on, I'm going to put something over the top of it that looks ratty. So the last thing for today is this set of 3M sticky pads. I got squares and dots. It's sticky on both sides, and it really is sticky. This is just an old piece of styrofoam that I got with an appliance or something. But I've got the sticky pads on here, and it's really holding these things on. So when I paint them, it does a great job of keeping them from flying away. And then, when I'm done with one side, I flip them over, I do the other side. Here's one of the little dots. You just peel the paper off and everything sticks. But if you want to do a small shoot, and you have a little piece, just stick it on this on a popsicle stick, shoot it, stick it somewhere to dry. Works very well. Well, that's it for today's stuff. I'm going to get back to working on this. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.